Hi, how are you? I'm Hiba. So today I'm going to introduce you to the top 10 yoga poses that you're going to be exposed to if you ever go to a yoga class, or if you attend or do any kind of yoga online. These are the 10 main poses that you are going to most likely have to come across. And actually I'd like to introduce my buddy Sparky, and we're going to try to get him off the mat so we can do what we want to do. So can you just shift over here? Thank you. And sit down. Thank you. Come on. Or we're going to have to let him go away. So the first position we're going to start with is the mountain pose. And the mountain pose is a very important pose. It may seem that you're just standing in a pose that creates a lot of engagement in the body, and the standard for starting any standing poses. So coming into mountain pose, two options for the feet. Option one is to bring the big toes together, creating a slight opening in the back of the feet. Option two, if there are any lower back issues, we open the feet hip width apart. If we want to make sure what is hip width apart, we're going to take two fists and we're going to place them in between our feet. And that's the space that would be hip width apart. So from here, coming into mountain pose, I'm going to bring my feet together, put the big toes, slight opening in the back. Coming into mountain pose, we're going to roll the shoulders back. Let's start by lifting the toes, spreading the toes nice and wide, dropping them down, lifting the heels, dropping them down, and then trying to start to feel all four corners of the feet pressing into the mat, setting a solid foundation for our feet, which is the foundation for the whole rest of the body. So from here, let's start to maybe just start to close the eyes, to scan the body, start to feel the four corners of the feet pressing into the mat, take it up to the calves, maybe start to feel engagement in your calf muscle, and then we're going to start to just notice the knees, and then from the knees, let's start to engage the quads. Those are the two big muscles here that are in the front of the legs. So let's engage them. You're going to notice once these get engaged, you feel your kneecaps lift up. And then we're going to take it coming to the hips. Let's start to notice in order to not put pressure on the lower back. We're going to come up here. We don't want our ribs splaring out. We want to kind of knit the ribs inwards. And then we're going to roll the shoulders back, extend the palms of the hand, allow them to be open outwards to receive the energy around us. Roll the shoulders back, stand nice and tall, engage the legs, really point the fingers down towards the ground to work and activate the arms, and come to a standing position. And I like to settle here for like 3 to 5 breaths to kind of just settle in the body, start to notice how I've arrived on the mat today. So this is our mountain pose. Now going into the next pose that we're going to always come across is a forward fold. So we're going to inhale and lift both arms up. Let's roll the shoulders back. Let's notice when we lift the arms upward, the first thing that happens, our triceps start to hug into the ears. That's not really what we want. We want to roll them back, drop the scapula low down in the back. And if we want to see that closer, so I'm going to just turn so you take a look. So when we lift the arms up, the first thing that happens, they kind of come here. We want to roll them back and drop the scapula. Really extend the fingers and the arms to activate and feel the energy moving through them. And then from here, we're going to start to slightly come forward, hinging forward, allowing the crown of the head to be moving forward, trying to keep the spine not rounded, but nice and lengthened. And then firstly, let's start to bend the knees, allowing the chest to completely rest on the thighs, dropping the hands down to the mat, resting your chest on the thighs. Start to allow your head to hang. And then from here, we're going to start to maybe walk the hands slightly forward, and we're going to lengthen the spine. It might not be so easy to put the hands to the ground. So another option would be to put them underneath the knees. You're just really trying to lengthen your spine. We don't want to collapse in our back. We want to lift the heart and chest, extending the crown of the head forward, really working on lengthening the spine. And once again, let's exhale and fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Rest the hands on the ground. The hands are not reaching the ground. That's absolutely fine. Relax the head and neck. I like to come here and hold on to opposite elbows and then allow my head to hang. Allow the weight of my head to carry me further down to the ground. And maybe here you can start to push your sit bones up towards the ceiling or the sky in my case right now, allowing some lengthening in the back of the legs, tapping into the hamstrings. And then you can also settle here for 3 to 5 breaths. Just allow the body to hang, start to open the back of the legs, lengthen the spine. So we're going to inhale and lengthen. That's the difference. You inhale, lengthen, taking the hands to the front or underneath. Exhale and fold. And this is your forward fold. And then maybe gently start to roll up, engaging the core one vertebrae at a time. And let's start to roll back up. So that is a forward fold.